So today we're talking decorative pieces, kind of floral arrangements. We're gonna zhuzh up those old vases that you have with these branches that everybody recognizes. But instead of just doing regular branches, we're gonna do something that looks a little bit more whimsical, like this, with little petals and everything like this. And also, this is all stuff that you could use with stuff that you have lying around your house or outside your house, like real branches from outside. We're also gonna do things that look like this and like this. And that, what you're gonna need for that is some floral foam that you can find at the dollar store. You're gonna need, hopefully this is things that you have. Go out there, get your kids, get some rocks from outside. As a vase, if you don't have any extra vase lying around your house, you could use some old jars of maybe exfoliant cream that you can go ahead and paint, or you could use just, regular vases like this that you can buy at the dollar store, or vases like this that we can go ahead and we're gonna add branches to it to create something like this. And so let's go ahead and get started. You're gonna need some scissors, a knife, a glue gun, some fake flowers. That's what we're gonna use to make our petals. And so let's go ahead and let's get started. Let's have some fun, guys. Quarantine! Okay, so we have our vase that we're gonna be using. This is from Dollarama. So this is step one, is we're gonna be putting our foam inside the vase. Please excuse background noise, that is my child in the back. So I'm gonna be using a harder vase, so we're gonna be putting branches inside. It's gonna hold it a bit better. I'm using a heavier vase as well. If your vase is not very sturdy, then I suggest you put a rock in it or something that's gonna be able to hold up that branch. So basically we're just gonna fit it the size because clearly this does not fit. Again, this is $1, just floral vase. And voila. So it's gonna fit like so. After we stick the branches in, we're gonna add some moss, or we could go ahead and just add more pieces like so to make it a bit higher up, if you want it higher up. If you want it deeper, then that's up to you. If you want it higher up, then you're just gonna go ahead and use the exact same edges like this. And we're just gonna add extra layers. So you're gonna go ahead and glue gun all of that to the bottom. Nice and sturdy. And then if you want to again add the extra edges, then you're just going to go ahead and add the extra edges. We're going to go ahead and add those branches and then cover the actual foam up with the moss, or you could use fabric, you could use whatever you could find in your house that you can cover it up, and then after that you could add rocks, or if your kids have some of those little jewels, whatever you'd like to use. It could be, get creative, get out there, it's for fun. Now step number 3 is to apply kind of a base to then put the rocks on top of this. But because we don't have enough rocks, we're gonna apply a little base of moss. You can use whatever you like, really, just so that we have a bit of a base. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna apply a little bit of glue here. I'm gonna put a bit of moss underneath. You could use branches, you could use a bit of dry grass. I happen to have moss. You could use fabric, leaves from your shrubs, just so that you can't see the actual foam. For this particular one, we're gonna be using rocks on top. So you're gonna go ahead and just do the end part, the bottom part of the petal. Put a bit of glue on there, start at the edge, and then you're just gonna stick it, hold it a bit, and then just go around in a circle. Now where the seam is where you're gonna put your second petal. Okay, so you're gonna have a lot of glue that you're gonna have to take off your fingers. It's a little bit annoying, but if you do this alone, it's actually really calming and soothing, to be honest with you. For me, it's kind of therapeutic. So you can go with as many as you want, really. I did 2 or 3 depending on the size of the bud or where it was placed. So this is 2, and then if you want to go with a 3rd, or if you screwed up the second one and you want to just cover up your mistake, then you go with a 3rd. And that's how you put on your petals. Now, if ever you want to add more color to your petals, you can take the green part of the flower, you pop it off, like so, and you can add it beforehand. And then you just add your petals afterwards. I added it, I'll add my petal afterwards. And then you would have a little bit more color if you'd like. Make sure that you take off all the strings afterwards, but this is what a little bud would look like. End product would look like this. See? Looks like little flowers. And for the bigger one, looks like kind of budding flowers. That's what that would look like. And also very pretty. You could have used it like this. And that's how you put the petals on. And like I said, you can use whatever colors you want. Make sure you use up a couple of hours during this quarantine. And that's all, folks. That is your DIY making fun floral arrangements or decorative accents for your home. Brought to you by LaurinKDesign. I'm out.